Okay, we're going to move on with the A to Z and actually going to carry on with C and D today. I'm going to try and do two in one session, okay, because the funny thing is a lot of the ones I'm going to be talking about are actually connected to the same things like a table or a list, okay, and I'll talk about those later. As you can see, I'm carrying on from where we left off. There's the button we did yesterday. I've created a table because we don't need to know how to create a table at the moment. It's just something that I've needed to add to show you the effects of what I want to talk about. First one being is a caption. Let's just say, for instance, I put in some data here. Let's just make it simple. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, let's just say 6 PM, just anything. I'm just putting anything in just to make a statement. And 11, yeah, just make it different. What we'll just do here is just put yes, no. So this is just a simple setup for a table you may want with data and things in it. Okay, let's just put another yes just to make it varied. As you can see, everything's stuck into your table. What you may want to do is to have somebody understand what the hell this table is about. Okay, so what you can do is if you go to this point here and insert a new line, you can put in something called caption, like so, and close it. And then what you need to do is just put the name of the actual table. This is the days I work, for instance. Then obviously you've got to close that. Refresh. Okay, and what you'll notice then is it saves it and gives it a little caption above the actual table data area. So that's a caption. Okay, quite simple to understand. You can obviously then style this in CSS, which we'll probably do later. Another one you can do relating to tables, okay, is columns. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to type in col like that. There you go, it's got it listed. And what you do now is you type in the alignment you want for each of the columns. Okay, so you put in a line, and you can put justify, center, left. I'm going to put left like that, and it will just basically define. I'm going to just copy those, actually do it 3 times. Make that one center, make that one right, like so. Okay. What it does is it's supposed to actually align your table columns according to the properties of what you're being said here. So I'm going to just open up Safari. I don't think it works that well. I'm just going to update it. As you can see, none of them have actually updated the way it's supposed to be. Okay, but it's supposed to align everything to the left, right, or the center. Okay. Maybe it's because it's actually being forced to be the full width of the thing. So if I make it 600, let's see if that makes any difference. Save it. No, as you see, it still continues to be lined. So I don't know why happened this. Maybe it's a redundant thing now and it doesn't work, but I just wanted to show you column alignment. Okay. That's the table functions we can talk about for today. So I'm going to go down to the bottom, add a break. Go on to the next line. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is centering. Okay. Type in center, the American way. This text will be centered. Type it the American way again. Okay, and then you obviously close that, save it. What you'll notice is the text appears here, but it'll be in the middle of my area here, like so, whereas the others isn't. Yeah, it's because I've forced it to be in the center of the width of the actual design area. If I do it inside Safari, you'll notice it's in the center of the width of the actual browser window, and it should resize automatically. Okay. That's centering. Next one on the list is cite. Okay, this is if you want to make a citation on your web page. Say you're doing a thesis, or you're doing some technical data and you want to put a citation. This is the way to do it. You just type in cite, which is short for citation. This is a citation, and then just close it. What it does is it styles it to be like that. It automatically makes it italic. Okay, can be useful. It's just one of those many things that are added to HTML, like this one, code, to make designing quite simple and quick. Okay, and obviously you can then use these as denoters for CSS styles using the HTML command. Alright, another one is code. This is computer code. You probably see these on forums and things actually. Okay, like that, and it make it look like computer code, which automatically styles the font, because the default font is obviously Times normal, and this has gone Times italic, and this has gone into computer code. Okay, that's basically those two options. Just give them a break so you can see the difference. Put a break in there. Okay, now I'm going to move on to D. I'm going to try to do a quick definition of 3 of the options straight away. Okay, what we have is DL, which is definition list. So you type in DL, and like UL, you can use the same process basically. What I have to do as well then obviously is to close that, but in between you can define the list. So you give it some terminology like DT, let's say, and we'll say, call it this is first term, like so. Okay, close that. I'm going to then copy that and paste it, like so. I'm going to say that's the second term, and I'm going to make another one, say, you guessed it, third term. Okay, now that's how you make a definition list. Okay, it just looks like normal coding. You notice there's no breaks, so it's automatically put it in. And also you notice it doesn't do the dotting or the numbering because it's a definition list. Okay, I'll just show you quickly what it looks like in Safari. Maybe what you want to do though is to give extra details to what this first term means, the second term and third term. And what you can do there, if I go back to Dreamweaver, is in between those I can then put another section and actually put in what's known as DD, like so. This means this. Okay, I'll make it quite simple because obviously these are going to be definitions you define, and I'm just going to use an example. So I'm going to just put the same one after each one, like so. And I'm going to refresh it, and what it does is, you see, it actually automatically indents it for you to represent that it's actually a subsection of the first term. So you can put obviously whatever definition is that you want. And as I said again, you can actually then style this using CSS or something. Okay, so that's the definition term. And I think finally, three more to go. So I won't say finally. There is an option called del. Yeah, and obviously there's a close option for that. Let's say, for instance, if we do some text and you want to give the impression that you've deleted it because, let's say, for instance, it's a shopping website and you're making a list and you want to make sure that people don't know that the price that you're offering is apparent anymore, you can set a delete strike-through kind of option. And so you can say this used to cost this. Let's make sure it's got some kind of value. Oops. There you go, I'll do €50. As long as it's inside the actual del thing, you can then put but now costs 25. Cheap. Okay. What this does is it makes it so it crosses out the 50 when you display it. If you see, yeah, actually just puts a line through it. Again, it's automatically styled, and obviously you can change that styling using the HTML terminology inside CSS. All right, can be useful. Okay. Another one we can use to do some kind of text manipulation, obviously, is DFN. Oops, make sure I put in the right coding structure. What this does is makes a definition. This is a definition. Obviously, close it. I've been looking at this and I can't see where it differs any really from the citation. Okay, just makes it automatically styled in the style of your font. Okay, saying that, I wonder if I added times, whether it would just go back to being, I mean Arial, it would go back to being times. We'll have to check that when we do some CSS. This is how you create a definition, very much similar to citation. And the last one, which you already seem to know about because I mentioned it earlier, is div. A div is a divider on your page. It basically breaks the page into sections, and you can put anything inside these. This is a div. The thing is, unless you start styling or creating movements using Dreamweaver's method, you'll notice all it does is actually breaks it into this dotted area. Okay, but as we'll see when we do some CSS, this can be a very effective way of making attractive websites, because it's like a little container that you can then move around, color, style, whatever. Okay, so that's all the processes you need to know about D. Okay, if you want to know more, just keep looking at the video until you got used to it. But the best way to practice is to keep doing it until you understand each of those terms. You probably won't use many of them, but there you go. That's HTML. If you know them all, at least you can use them if you know about them. Okay, so I'll move on to the next section later.